Mishpatim is a bit of an odd parsha. If we were to buy this book, the Bible, then the first, Bereshit, Shmot, there's a story and it all makes sense. But Mishpatim is the first parsha that reads like a dry legal document. Now, of course, it isn't really odd. You wouldn't really think that the printers or the editors made a mistake, because you know that last week we received the Torah, and as a result, now we need to understand our obligations. But what's weird for me is the way in which this legal document's written. It's not written like the Shulchan Aruch. It's not, in Shulchan Aruch you know where every mitzvah is, which book deals with what. But Mishpatim is written like a legal document, written in great haste. There's lack of order. We have murder, bestiality, witches in the middle of something, tempting a virgin, Shemitah. It's all scattered and everything's written in quick language, and sometimes like this, sometimes like that. It's difficult to make sense of why it was written like this. However, there is a very telling Rashi at the beginning of the parsha, right? Ve'ela mishpatim asher tasim lifnehem. These are the laws or obligations which you will put before them. Rashi explains to us in asher tasim lifnehem, that you shall put before them. He gives us a unique dialogue between Hashem and Moshe. And Hashem says to Moshe, I'm not going to explain to Bnei Israel once, twice, 3 times what's going on here. And I'm also not going to explain the reasons. That I'm leaving to you to make it perfect, like a nice Shulchan Aruch, like a set table ready to go. And for me, when I read this, it means that Mishpatim is in fact, was written in haste. Mishpatim is the first notebook of the first student in the first class of Judaism 101. This is Moshe. If you want to understand Moshe Rabbeinu's notebooks, his thoughts of the great Rav of Hashem, read Mishpatim. Look at the order. And in that light, what is fascinating is what stands out. What was written slightly differently. What the pupil didn't write in haste and decide yes to elaborate upon with great compassion, unlike the dry legalness of the rest of it. And that is at the middle of the parsha, the issues dealing with the weak. Suddenly when we read about the ger, we are told why. Because we came from Egypt, so we need to treat those that are different in a special way. And with the Yatom and Almana, the orphan and widow, listen to this. כל אלמנה ויתום לא תענון, אם ענה תענה אותו, כי ימצאו כי צעק אליי, שמוע שמע צעקתו, וחרה פי, והרגתי אתכם בחרב, והיו נשיכם אלמנות ובניכם יתומים. Up until now, if you do something wrong, then Beis Din will deal with you, right? That's the way the text is written, except for this bit. When you mistreat an orphan or widow, you have a problem with me, with the big guy, with Hashem. I'm personally going to come down and make you widows and make you orphans. And it's incredible to see the compassion in which these were written, the compassion in which the pupil wrote these foundations of how we need to treat others. Anyway, that's how I see Mishpatim as the first textbook written by the first pupil in Judaism 101, Moshe, which makes it for me an extra fascinating read. Shabbat Shalom.